Hello, everybody out there. How are you? It's Michelle Buchanan here with your numerology forecast for July 2023, coming to you live from New Zealand. So how you doing out there? Now that we're pretty much officially, well, not officially, we've got a couple of days left to go, almost halfway through the year. Isn't it gone by so fast? Like it's an actual scientific fact that time literally has sped up. And that's an example of the frequency that we're living in right now. It's such a high octane, high vibration, fast-paced moving frequency where so much celestial light is shining down on all of us, helping us to see the light, to adopt our heart center, to live from the heart, to be aware of who and what we truly are, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and to learn to live from our higher spiritual soul self and blend that in with living in a 3D body in a 3D world in our ego human lower self, and blending those both together and trying to make our way through this crazy world at this crazy time. And of course, you know, it's just an example. Time is really speed up, and it will continue to, but we can ride the wave of that beautiful energy and work it to our advantage. And that's what I'm going to teach you how to do. Every month I do these numerology forecasts. And for July 2023, I'm going to give you some special tips on how you can make the most of that beautiful energy and use it to your advantage. So just before I get started with the forecast, I've got a couple of little announcements to make. One is some really good news with Hay House. This is my second book, Numerology Made Easy. It's a really good seller. If you want to learn numerology, I cannot recommend it enough because it's so helpful and so easy to understand, because numerology can be a bit confusing sometimes, but we literally, Hay House and I, we make it really easy with Numerology Made Easy. And this is going to be, it's going to be an audio book that'll be released by Hay House any day. So watch out for that. If you're like me and like to learn and listen and read with your ears while you're on the go, then you might be interested in the audio version. And of course, my other book, which is a little bit more in depth for those that really want to get right stuck into numerology, the first book, the Numerology Guidebook, is still a really good book to have if you're interested in learning how to calculate your own chart and the charts of other people, family members, partners, all of that sort of thing. So another announcement I have to make is, as you guys know, if you listen to this monthly forecast regularly, if you sign up for the monthly newsletter to get a free monthly forecast in your inbox each month, then I'm drawing 5 winners. I do it every month where I draw 5 people that have either newly joined up to subscribe to my website, michellebuchanan.co.nz, sign up for your free monthly numerology forecast, and I pick 5 people, as well as that 5 people can also include some of you or anybody who wants to put an entry in that's already in the mail list. You guys don't miss out because you've been with me for a while, or even if you're only recently signed up, you go in the draw as well. Just email me directly through my website and say, Michelle, I'm already signed up and I want to go in the draw for a free numerology forecast report. It's like a 12-month forecast of your whole next 12 months. It's also your whole numerology chart from your birth certificate name and date of birth that covers your destiny, your life path, your karmic lessons, all kinds of information. It's like 27 pages long. So if you want to go in the draw to win one of those this month, then you know what to do. What else do I have to tell you? God, I think that's about it, really. Let's get started with the good stuff, eh? Let's work out your personal year number for 2023. All right, so what we're going to do, and there will be in the comments, Hay House will be leaving you the link that will take you to my website that will show these instructions in written form, because some people are better at following instructions when they see it written down rather than listening to it verbally. But I'll do my best to explain. What we're going to do is we're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 7. Why number 7? because 2023 adds up to 7. So one more time, we've got 7 on the side, that's 2023. We're going to add that 7 to the day and month, or month and day if you're in the States, because you guys say it around the other way. It's the same equation anyway. Add the day and month of your birth date to number 7. All right. Now, the next rule of thumb is we're going to add any double numbers that we end up with. We're going to add those numbers together and keep doing that until we eventually get a single digit between 1 and 9. All right. So let's use the birth date, the 28th of March, as an example. And remember, we're going to add that 28 and March, the 3, to number 7. So 2 plus 8 is 10. Plus 3 is 13, plus 7. Well, that adds up to 20. The rule of thumb, remember, continue adding double numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9, and that single number is your personal year number for the whole year. In our example, 20, 2 plus 0 equals a 2 personal year. Now, if you're adding your day and month to number 7, and you end up with, let's say, for example, a number 10, one plus, you take one more step, 1 plus 0 is 1. If you added your double numbers and you got 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. You get it? All right, one last time, add the day and month of your birth date to number 7, and then add those numbers together to get a single digit number. And the instructions are in the comments as well. All right. What about 29? Oh, I love that. Lynette Hill is asking, what about if I get 29? Is that 11 a master number? Great question. And if we were calculating a number in your numerology chart that's called the life path number, and that calculation added up to a 29, then it would be a 29, 11, 2 master number life path. But with the personal year numbers, even though we can have an 11 or a 22 personal year number, for the sake of this forecast, to keep it short and simple so that I'm not here all night, we're just breaking those 11s and 22s down to 2s and 4s for the sake of this forecast. But in both my books, in the Numerology Guidebook and in Numerology Easy, we do go into, it does explain an 11 or a 22 personal year number. All right, so I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much for asking. That's a really good question. And if anyone else has got any other questions or needs my help with anything, let me know. I'll do my best to read the comments below and try not to get so involved in what I'm saying that I don't notice. All right, everybody. So you're welcome, Lynette. Thank you so much for tuning in. So now that you've calculated your personal year number, and it's okay to, if you're not sure, to take some time to calculate it and come back to the playback of this recording. All right, it's absolutely fine to do that. We just want to make sure that you have the correct personal year number for this year. Otherwise, you might be hearing the wrong forecast, and that's not going to help you in any way, is it? Okay, so before I go into each of the personal year number forecasts for July, I want to give you a recap about the 7 universal year number that we are all experiencing. So the universal year number, which is also known in numerology as the world year number, is the number of the year that we're all in. And we're all in 2023. And that adds up to 7 because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. And that 7 universal year or world year number influences all of us, regardless of what our own individual personal year numbers are. And the 7 universal year that we're in this whole year is a really special one, guys, because what it's doing is it's the deep spiritual number. It's the number that's asking us to go deep. And it's, for you guys to be Hay House peeps, for you guys to be connected to Hay House and on your journey of personal and spiritual growth and development is huge for the 7 year. I cannot commend you enough and say, well done you for you plugging in and being part of this journey, because this is what the 7 year is about. The 7 year is the year that's encouraging us to step on that path of personal development, self-evaluation, self-awareness, self-understanding, and spiritual development. strengthening our connection to source energy, tapping into those resources that we have at our fingertips, whether it's connecting in with your guides and angels, whether it's using EFT tapping and breath work and mindfulness or yoga or any other practices, or working on your mind, body, spirit, whether it's doing some shadow work and being aware of what our triggers are and what's holding us back in life. This is the year to get stuck into all of that. Now, on the international stage, on the world stage, in terms of politics and, all that kind of stuff outside of us, that's really talking about shining light on the darkness. So with us individually, we've been given all the celestial light that's going to shine light on our own shadow side, so we're aware of what it is and how it functions and how it shows up, so we can make improvements. And it's happening on the world stage as well. So watch this space. There are big changes happening, more behind the scenes, but things are going to start to become a little bit more obvious out there on the world stage as we move through this year. But always hold faith and stay in the light, no matter how crazy it is out there, regardless how worried or scared or afraid you may get sometimes. Always remain in the light, go within, connect with source energy, connect with your guides, angels, helpers, ascended masters, lost loved ones in spirit, all that beautiful energy that's there to hold our hand or hold your hand through. You are not alone. All right. And we've got this, and we're one big collective consciousness team of light. And we are going to win. We are already over the line. And there's so much confirmation of how far we've come in this journey of living in the light as a collective humanity. And if you want some evidence of that, and you want it to be backed up and receive information and evidence of this astrologically, then I suggest that you check out Pamela Gregory, or Pam Gregory Astrology, on YouTube. And she'll confirm exactly what the numbers in numerology are saying through the planets in astrology. So for the month of, we also have a universal or a world month with that 7 universal year, okay? And for July, it's a 5. And how we get that is we get the 7 universal year number, and we're adding that to July, which is a 7. So 7 plus 7 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. Therefore, July is a 5 universal month or world month number with that 7 year. So what does the 5 mean for all of us? Because we're all feeling the influence of this 5 world or universal month number, and that's about change. So there's this energy beneath the surface for all of us, regardless of our own personal year number, that's encouraging us to make the changes that we need to make if there's changes that need to be made in our lives. Now, everyone's different, and everyone's going to feel this energy differently based on our own individual circumstances. For some people, there may be major big changes that need to be made, such as a career change or a relationship change. And then there's for some of other people, some of us, we might have some real subtle changes. It might be just a little tweak needed here and there. Something minor, like change something in your diet, or change the way that you are training and exercising your body. You're ready to go up a level, or just change your perception of that ongoing problem or situation that you've got in your life. Because the 5 energy is saying progress, movement, and change in order for powerful breakthroughs, in order to get to the other side or to create a different outcome that's going to be of a much more beneficial, much more beneficial to us. It's going to take us to a better place. It's about progressing through change. And some of us will have unexpected change, because the thing with the 5, it is the number of anything can happen, and it usually does. And it's the number of unexpected, sort of unforeseen energy, where it's like, where the heck did that come from? I didn't see that coming. So the key here for this month of July for all of us is to learn how to be adaptable, to pivot, to know that whatever comes across our path, that we can adapt to it. So we have to not be too set in stone. We're not be too pig-headed and strong-willed. We have to be flexible. We have to be fluid and be able to pivot and move no matter what we are thrown. We're going to adapt. And we are going to thrive in that change, whether it's expected or unexpected. So remember, your advice for this month is to make changes that need to be made. If any changes present themselves to you that you didn't see coming, adapt as quickly as you can. Be positive. Be adventurous this month. It's a month we might want to need our freedom or strive for freedom more than we normally do. And it is also a great energy to do new things, to explore new things, to learn new things, to study new things, to have new conversations, to connect with new people, to see new places if possible. All right, so that's the universal year number and the universal month number. Now let's dig a bit deeper into our own individual personal year numbers, starting with personal year number 1. You guys are in a year of new beginnings. So it's going to be a lot more obvious as you get to your birth date. And once you've had your birthday, then it's definitely a lot more obvious, okay? But this whole year is asking you to create a whole new you. Okay, it's a year of being sort of a bit more outgoing, a bit more proactive, a bit more self-sufficient, where you really get in the driver's seat of your life and you move forward. It's saying green light ahead, green, green, green light, go, 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 move forward. So if there's anything new that you want to begin, or anything new that's whether you've been proactive about creating something new, or life has given you circumstances where you have no choice but to start something new, this is the year for laying that new foundation. Now, for the month of July, you guys are in an 8 personal month with that 1 personal year, because July is a 7, and we add that 7 for July to your 1 year. That's how we get your 8 personal month. And the 8 personal month is about manifestation. So it's about law of attraction, and knowing when number 1 and number 8 are very powerful creative numbers with numerology and the law of attraction. So when they come together like they have for you guys this month of July, you really want to capitalize on that and use it to your advantage. Learn the intricate details like the back of your hand of the manifestation process with the law of attraction. Here are some ways you can do that. You can go onto YouTube and search Abraham Hicks. Many people know Abraham, but if you don't, I suggest that or even if you do, get back on there, get back on YouTube and watch some of these videos. And you can search in the search bar for any topics you want. It might be, law of attraction for abundance and finances, law of attraction for attracting a partner, law of attraction for how to sell a house. Every topic you can imagine is on there, and it's free. So Abraham Hicks on YouTube. Also, one of my favorite books, and it's a Hay House book, Sandra Ann Taylor's Quantum Success. That book is incredible. It will teach you some intricate details about the manifestation process that you may not find in any other books. And it's very easy to read, and very easy to understand. Also, with this 8 month, it's going to be a focus for some people on money, business, finances, and career. All right. So it's a great month to not overspend, budget your finances, be aware that, you might have more expenses. Some people can earn more money. Some people can lose money. Everybody's different. But the main thing to remember is this: money comes. This is your affirmation, right? Money comes, money goes. I always end up on top. Money comes, money goes. It always works out. Because with something, when you lose money, you just have to believe that the universe will send it back round moving forward. Let the losses go. Don't hold on too tightly to money. And this is the thing with the 8. It's about adopting an attitude of abundance and having a healthy relationship with money. And the best way to have a healthy relationship with money is not to hold on to it too tightly. Think of it as if you're in a relationship, right? That whole thing about if you have a bird, set it free, and if it comes back, it's meant for you. It's that kind of thing with money. Be free with it. Be responsible with it, but don't hold on too tightly to it, because that desperation and that holding on too tightly is a low vibration. The desperation vibration blocks manifestation. Well, it blocks positive manifestation anyway. You'll still be manifesting, but you'll be manifesting less than. You'll be manifesting not enough. All right. So we don't want you in poverty consciousness. We want you in an attitude of abundance. And this is the month to really understand the law of attraction and those, those specific details of the manifestation process. Another thing for you guys to remember this month is it's about being more courageous and stepping into your personal power. So this is what the 8 can do. It's asking us to be stronger within ourselves, to be self-empowered, and to not allow ourselves to be disempowered by anyone or anything. Now, anything can represent a limiting belief or a worry or a fear. Anything can also represent an addiction or a bad habit that is lowering our vibration and keeping us disempowered, keeping us low vibration. So in this 8, we want you strong, facing your fears, being courageous, and saying, no, I'm not buying into that rubbish anymore. I'm stronger than that. I'm going to get through this, and I'm going to overcome that challenge or that challenging person or that challenging situation. Now, another thing I'm going to do for you is got a numerology guidance oracle card for you. For everybody's getting one for 1 month to represent the month we're in. So these are the numerology guidance oracle cards that I created. You don't need to know anything about numerology at all to use them. They are really, really awesome cards, and they're also available with through an app. But because you're in an 8 month, then this is the card of manifestation. All right, the 8 card for manifestation. Hey, Deirdre in Florida. How you doing? I've been to Florida. God, it was awesome. And hi from Tasmania. Hey, Gayleen, my little Aussie friend from across the ditch. So let me read the description for you, because this information is really going to help for this month. All right, so this card indicates a need to acknowledge the power of your mind and your ability to manifest your desires. You're being urged to familiarize yourself with the law of attraction and clarify your wants and needs, for you have entered a powerful cycle of divine manifestation. And that is so true. I cannot stress it enough. Provided that your dreams serve the greater good, as well as the intentions of your soul, the universe will assist you in making them come true. So that's an example. There's a lot more information in here, but it'll probably take me a long time to read it, and I don't want to get off I'll be here till like midnight. So that's just some examples. It's about being detached and letting go and letting God, but putting your order in and being specific about what it is that you want, and then believing that it's on its way. So let's go on now to personal year number 2. Oh, Sarasota, Florida. Hi, Quelly. Nice to see you. Now, personal year number 2s. That's a whole different vibration. So the 2 is about slowing down. So you'll find, you guys that are in a 2 year, like myself, I'm in the 2 year as well. It's where life is asking us to slow down. Don't force things to happen. Trust in divine order and divine timing, and just go with the flow, all the while knowing that if you surrender to divine order and timing, you will automatically be led downstream. You'll be automatically led to where you need to be. Solutions to problems will automatically appear, as long as you are fluid and you are trusting and just doing what feels good and keeping yourself in balance. Now, balance is a key word for you guys this month, because this year is teaching you how to recognize when you're out of balance. So it's going to amplify your emotions. That's going to help you to recognize what needs work. That's going to help you to recognize what's making you feel unsteady and ungrounded. Oh, you had an aha moment, Trisha. The theme for this year is clarity for you. Oh, I love that. And you're in a 2 as well. And you know what? The 2 year will highlight that clarity if you slow down enough to recognize it, to hear it, to feel it. It's going to amplify our intuition and our emotions and our sensitivities, so that we can feel things a lot deeper and be more aware and have those aha moments of clarity. So I love that you've discovered that yourself, because if we all can do that in the 2 year, we all will, the rest of us will as well. Now, another thing to know about this year of 2, you guys, for July, for your personal month number for July is a 9. And that's because July is a 7, and we add that 7 to the 2 year. 7 plus 2 is 9. So all of us in the 2 year, we're in a 9 month. And that's about endings, completion, and transformation. So everybody's different and everybody's lives are different. Everybody's got different lessons to learn, different soul groups with different dynamics going on. So we're all going to experience this month differently. But one common theme that we will all have is completion, out with the old to make way for the new. There is a transformation brewing beneath the surface when it comes to 9, and we just have to do the work to get there. So what it's saying is release. Release what you've grown out of. Release the shackles of the worries or the fears or whatever it is that's been holding you back. Whatever it is you worry about. Whatever it is that happened in the past that we're still carrying around, that we're still angry about, or we need to forgive, but we're not moving on. We're not letting go. And that's what the 9 is asking us for. It's giving us that big push. It's saying you can remain in balance and be in a high vibration energetically in this 2 year. You can stay in balance and be in harmony in a peaceful vibration, providing you release what needs to be released that you don't need to carry around, that's preventing you from raising your vibration. All right. And so everyone's got different things, but this month will highlight for us what they are so we can make the adjustments and changes that are necessary. Some people will have big changes, big endings, big completions, relationship ends, maybe a period of study ends, or you end a friendship over a long period of time, or move house. Everyone's different. And then they'll have other people where it'll be very subtle endings. Could be something very minor, like this is an ending where I'm no longer going to be eating sugar. I haven't tackled that one myself. I try it every week and I always fail. Maybe in my next life I'll be able to give up sugar, eh? It's a hard one for me. But everyone will experience that 9 differently. One thing to remember is, this is where you are moving from the chrysalis to the butterfly. And just know that by the end of this month, you actually really could have come quite far with your growth and with your establishing yourself into a much better you and a much better quality of life and much better life circumstances. Now, for some other people, there may be endings that are forced upon us and we didn't see them coming. There may be a surprise. There may be an ending we don't want to go through, and that is okay. Okay. And oh, wow, your 35-year marriage is ending and you're looking to move to a new country, Mary. That's huge. Wow. That's a big change. That's big endings going on there. And so it's about us surrendering to the endings and changes of circumstances that have been presented to us, whether we saw them coming or not, and having enough faith in ourselves and faith in life that we can get through any challenging time that presents itself to us, to have the faith in our ability to get through and for everything to be okay. All right, so I'll leave that with you. Whatever you no longer have grown out of, let it go, release, forgive, create resolutions, solutions to problems, do the work. All right. Now, I've got a Numerology Guidance Oracle card for you. It's from the Numerology Guidance cards. You don't need to know anything about numerology to be able to use them. And they are also an app for those that don't want to lug a deck of cards around everywhere. This is the card of completion. All right. It's a high vibration 9, the purple. And let's have a little look here. I'm just going to read just a couple of paragraphs to give you some idea of some advice for all of us, because we're all in this 2 year. So this card indicates a time of necessary endings and completion in preparation for new beginnings. Oh, that sounds cool. By drawing this card, we are being encouraged to let go of the old to make way for the new. This may relate to a particular mindset, behavior, friendship, job, residence, or relationship we may have outgrown, or it can indicate the completion of a karmic lesson. Oh God, that sounds good. I love the completion of karmic lessons. Whether it's a period of study, a contractual obligation, any ending, either way, this card serves as confirmation that we must move forward with confidence and courage towards bigger and better things. Have no fear of the unknown. I love that. For we're being divinely guided and accompanied. This card serves as confirmation that we are definitely on the right path, guys. So surrender ourselves to the changes that are occurring and we will be led where we need to be. How awesome is that? There's a lot more advice in there as well, but otherwise I'd be talking for too long. So there you go. Go get them number 2s. All right. Now, personal year number 3. All right, you guys are in a 3-year where life is encouraging you to find your happiness. First of all, it may highlight what is making you unhappy so that you can be aware of that and make the necessary changes to help you to be happy. Because number 3 is the number of joy. It's about self-expression. It's about communication and expressing yourself in a positive way. And so it's okay if you find yourself expressing yourself mostly in a negative way, because that's how you find out what is lowering your vibration. All right. It doesn't feel good to feel that way consistently, and the human body can't stay that way for long without getting unwell. So the incentive, at the very least, besides being healthy, is to know you can manifest what it is that you want and use the law of attraction and the manifestation process so much more effectively when you're happier, because that raises your vibration, and that's where all the good stuff happens. Now, for the month of July, you're in a 1 month, and this is a month of new beginnings and new opportunities. So green light moving forward for you this month. Whatever it is that you need to begin or that you want to begin, whether it's a new project, whether it's an idea that comes to you this month. Doesn't matter if you make it all unfold and that you complete it this month. It's not so much about the completion. It's about the activation and taking action. So this is a month to be proactive, to be self-sufficient, to be more independent, to be okay with being individual and being different. And it's about not following the crowd and getting to a point where you toughen up and you don't really care about what anyone else thinks of you. Isn't that cool? To get to a point where you really don't care what anyone else thinks of you is their business. Your job is to feel good about yourself, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, and to be positive about that, especially when those numbers come together, the 3-year and the 1 month that you're in this month. So new beginnings, new opportunities. I also want you to be more confident. This is a month where your self-confidence and whatever you believe about yourself, you're manifesting. Okay, so if you want to attract more opportunities in your life, if you want to attract a great partner, if you want to, if it's more abundance you're looking for, a better job or better health, it all stems from what you believe about yourself, about what you believe about life, about what you believe in your ability to manifest the things you want. And this is the month for you to really sharpen your pencil and get really confident and really positive about yourself and really positive about life and what it can offer you. All right. And then take the necessary steps to get out there and be proactive and make it happen. Don't wait for it to come to you. The universe needs you to take action. All right. And so your card for the month of July is the number 1 from the Numerology Guidance Oracle cards. All right. You don't need to know numerology to use them. And that's a 1 card, and that's about new beginnings. And I'll just read you just a couple of little paragraphs to get you started. So the 1 card for new beginnings is saying, this card indicates a time of new beginnings where there will be plenty of opportunities for you to create a fresh start this month. These opportunities play a very important part in catapulting you to where you need to be. So it's in your best interest to follow them wherever they may lead. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to find the inner strength and courage to step into the unknown, to feel the fear and do it anyway, and create a brand new life. New opportunities will present themselves in many areas in your life. So take a chance and move forward. And there's a hell of a lot more information in there as well, but I have to keep it brief for the video. So go for it ones, all right? Number 3's in the 1 month. So personal year number 4. All right. You guys are in a year where it's about putting in the effort, building that foundation around you, building a strong foundation within your own self of a pillar of strength, a pillar of stability. And this is on one level physical. So some of you in a 4-year will have to put extra effort, because number 4 means extra effort, putting extra effort into creating a strong physical foundation with your health and your well-being. Other people, it can be a strong material foundation with finances and, your home and that security around you, and the material. Some other people, it might be creating a strong inner foundation around you, emotionally, mentally, doing the inner work to create a strong, stable foundation within you so that you can stand anything that comes your way. You will stand, you will not break. You are a strong foundation no matter what life throws you. Everybody's got different things going on, but and some people in their 4 year, it's everything I just mentioned. But this is a year to get the work done, because by the end of this year, if you put the effort in, the rewards will totally be there. And this year is teaching you all about perseverance, dedication, commitment, effort, discipline, focus, okay? And that's the year that you're in. But for the month of July, you're actually in a 2 month with that 4 year. And that's because we get the 4 for your year, and we add that to the 7. And 4 and 7's 11, so it's actually an 11 2 month. But for the sake of the forecast, we're just breaking down, master numbers down to single digits. So you're in a 2 month, and what it's going to do is it's going to enhance your intuition. All right. So here's some tips for how to work with that combination of numbers for the month of July. If there's anything you want to do that's about advancing your intuition, whether it's a workshop, whether it's reading some books about sort of, anything mind, body, spirit related, it's a great month to focus on meditation more, to spend more time in nature, to have complete silence and just be in the stillness and the silence of life without any distractions, because that's where you'll hear the voice of your soul the loudest. In the stillness and the silence and in the peacefulness is where it makes its presence known, as do guides, angels, helpers, intuitive guidance. The more hustle and bustle, the harder it is to see the message, hear the messages, to feel them, to sense them, to see. So slow down. And that's what the 2 is asking you to do. Slow down. It is a month of patience. So you will have to be really patient, because the 4 requires patience as well. That's a slow going vibration. And then we're combining it with the 2, which is about patience and slowing down as well. But if you do, the benefits are there. It's a great month for you to want to get closer and open and work with your heart center more, because our heart brain is our true brain. It is what rules everything, and this one follows. So we want to come from the heart center, and this month will help you to do that. Relationship issues that it may be brewing beneath the surface may rise to be resolved or addressed. Okay, so, bring them to the surface. Try to be as diplomatic and cooperative and kind and gentle as you can, because we can't overreact in a 2 vibration, because the emotions are quite sensitive and quite sort of, at a peak. So be aware that you may be hypersensitive this month. So I've got a little numerology guidance oracle card here for you. You don't need to know anything about numerology to use them for your 2 month. And that's about patience as one of the key themes for you guys this month. Now, I'm only going to read a little bit of it because there's so much information in here, but I'll start off with a couple of paragraphs. And it says, this card indicates a time to stop and enjoy the present moment, as nothing more can be done to achieve the outcome that you desire. Rather than take action, you are being asked to evaluate your progress and clarify your dreams, which will then help you to manifest them sooner. Now, we all want to manifest our dreams sooner, don't we? So slow down this month. This card also indicates a need to take your time and pace yourself instead of making hasty plans and decisions, because failure to do so could result in stress and disappointment. We don't want that. This is an opportunity to focus all your energy and attention on visualizing your dreams, as opposed to pushing against the obstacles that are standing in your way. Resistance will prevent anything positive from happening, all right? So listen to this advice. Surrender the outcome to the universe and get on with living your life. Allow things to come to fruition in divine order and timing. That's really good advice for you this month, all right? I'll leave that with you. Have a good one, and I'll move on now to personal year number 5. Okay, guys, so you guys in the 5 year, this is a year of progress, movement, and change, all right? And some of you will be feeling that already, because anything can happen, and it usually does in a 5. And that 5 is unexpected things, unforeseen events, or sometimes changes that we're in the driver's seat of. We've been proactive about it. We know what's going on. We're in control, and we are deliberately making these changes because we know they need to be made. In other instances, some people will be having changes forced upon them and they didn't see them coming. But you have to trust life regardless, because life knows what it's doing, and change is opportunity. And this year you are learning how to pivot. You're learning how to be adaptable and flexible and go with the flow no matter what life sends you. And it's about being, doing new things, being more adventurous, trying some new things you haven't done before, getting out there, promoting yourself, having a bit more adventure, exploring your freedom, as well as being a bit more, it gives you an ability to be a bit more communicative, to get out there and be a bit more of a mover and a shaker. All right. Great time for travel as well. So for the month of July, you're actually in a 3-month, because we get the 5 for your year and we add it to 7 for July. 5 and 7 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. That's where you're in a 3-month with your 5 year. Now, the thing you need to know the most is number 3 and number 5 are both what I call scattered energies. That means they're not grounded. All right. They're very changeable. And they're very random, and can get distracted and sidetracked. And so you have to put extra effort in this month to be focused. All right. Maybe write things down, important things, so they're not forgotten. Extra effort will be required to keep you focused and in line, so that you don't get distracted and carried away and you got your finger in too many pies and get all confused or all distracted, and you dilute your energy down because you're in so many different directions and accomplish nothing because you're so distracted and fragmented. We don't want that. But it can be a really, really awesome upbeat energy too. It can be a really dynamic, fun, charismatic, exciting combination of numbers if you're responsible and self-disciplined within that energy. But the 3 is asking you to be more social, to get out there and have conversations, express what you think and feel, be honest about your feelings. And also, if you've got something creative you can do, it's a really good month for creative self-expression to raise your vibration. And that can be anything fun that's creative. And I've got a card here for you from the Numerology Guidance Oracle cards to represent the month that you're in. You don't need to know numerology to use them. But for you guys, the 3 card for you, I don't know if you can see that, but it says creativity, and you're in a 3 energy, which represents yellow this month. And so I'm just going to read you a couple of paragraphs from these cards for this month. It says, this card indicates a need to reconnect with your creative side to improve your quality of life and align yourself with source. That's source energy, not tomato sauce, okay? By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to step out of your practical, logical mind and the seriousness of life in order to partake in light-hearted endeavors that are stimulating and fun. Playful creative expression is important, and listen to this. This is really important, because in the material world, we're led to believe that playful creative expression and fun is a waste of time on paper. But in the energetic world, it's one of the most powerful things we can do to manifest our goals and dreams, because when we're feeling playful and fun, we raise our vibration. And what happens when we've got a high vibration? We manifest more easily the things we want. So it's saying this is really important because it raises your vibration, which brings you closer to your dreams. All right? This is a time to immerse yourself in any creative endeavor that lifts your spirits and makes you feel good. Because when you feel good, you raise your vibration. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's playing an instrument, laughing, painting, gardening, cooking, okay? Go for it. That's your advice this month, and I'll leave it with you. So I'll move on now to personal year number 6. You guys are in a year where there is a focus on the relationships and the people around you in your life. You know, some of you will be having family issues or issues with people, or being of assistance, or things you have to deal with family, friends, children, grandchildren, colleagues at work, people in the community, you know, just things to deal with. Also maybe the home and domestic responsibilities. Also, this is a year where relationship issues may rise to be resolved or rise to be addressed, either way. The thing is, you're also in a personal month number for July of number 4. And that's because your 6 year added to July, which is a 7. 6 and 7 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. That's why you're in a 4 month this month for July. And your advice is perseverance. The 4 is saying persevere. Don't give up. Okay? Be self-disciplined. Be focused. And work on whatever it is that needs to be worked on to make your life better. Whether it's a personal issue within your own self, a problem or a bad habit or an issue you've got going on, don't give up. Keep trying, keep finding that resolution, keep being positive about everything working out. Don't give up. Or whether it's something you need to work on that's a relationship issue or an issue that the family or friends going through, don't give up. Perseverance is the key, okay? The 4 is also asking you to be a bit more practical, a bit more grounded, to be responsible and not make hasty, silly decisions. Really think things through. Be responsible, be logical, and sort of put in the effort that needs to be put in, because the 4 is saying very hard for things to just come and land on your lap without any effort from yourself. So it's about you meeting the universe halfway and taking the practical steps, the practical action that needs to be taken to get yourself and your life where you want it to be. So your card for this month from the Numerology Guidance Oracle cards, here they are here, as a 4 is for perseverance. All right, so this is your advice for this month. And I'm just going to read you just a couple of paragraphs because I don't have enough time to read the whole thing because there's a lot of information in here. But it says, this card indicates a time to keep moving forward as you strive to achieve your hopes and dreams. Because despite your current challenges, success is well within your reach. You are never given more than you can handle, and you have the strength and the ability to make it through. So face your challenges head on with determination, courage, and faith. With perseverance and persistence, you can make your dreams come true. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to cultivate mental resilience and stability, because a calm and stable mind creates a calm and stable life. Make yourself aware of any negative thoughts and beliefs that are currently influencing you, and muster up the strength to develop a positive state of mind. So I can only read that much because there's too much more to read and then we'll be here all night. So yeah, positive expectations, Mary, create positive results. And that's from Esther Hicks. Well done. Thanks for showing us that. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Those cards are great. Thank you. I love them too. They were created with so much love and light. I didn't get the idea for them. They gave it to me. I was minding my own business one night. It was about 11:30 at night. I was getting ready to go to bed. And I got this download. Create some numerology cards. Just create the numbers and then the meanings of the cards. And 1 is new beginnings and 2 is patience and 3 is creativity. And hang on a minute, guys. I'll just get a pen and paper. I'm writing everything down, and oh, it was a really awesome experience. So let's move on now, guys, to personal year number 7. Now, you guys are in the same vibration as the universal year number. So it's just like I was saying in the introduction, you know, this is a year of going within for you, personal development, spiritual development, a lot of introspection, a lot of not forcing life to happen, to be able to let go and let God, be in a place of surrender and trusting in divine order and timing, and working on yourself from within. Getting yourself so strong and so self-aware from within that you are in such a high vibration as a result, through self-understanding, self-awareness, and self-discipline. And you're in a 5-month, all right, for July, and that is about change. All right. And anything can happen, and it usually does in that energy. And it's about you going with that flow and being really adaptable and flexible and pivoting. And, you know, if there's changes that need to be made and you're not making them, they will be forced upon you. So it's better to have the upper hand sometimes. It's better to be a bit more in control of the situation by being proactive. And then other people, look, there is no way that you could have ever imagined or planned or been prepared for unexpected things that you just didn't see coming. And when those things happen in this energy, it's about being flexible and just realizing that things happen for a reason. We don't always need to know the reason. We just need to know that we have the ability to be okay no matter what life sends us. And it's about having faith and trust, and knowing you'll be led to the right solutions at the right time, and everything will work out in the end, and having that positive mindset. So your card for this month is change, all right, from the Numerology Guidance Oracle cards. Here they are there. And I'll just read you a couple of paragraphs because I can't read the whole thing because we don't have enough time. But this card says for you guys for this month, this card indicates a time of expected and unexpected change where anything can happen, and usually does. When drawing this card, you're being encouraged to think of your life as an adventure in which exciting opportunities could appear at any moment. That sounds good, doesn't it? Rather than fearing the unfamiliar and unknown, you're being urged to embrace expansion, movement, and change. Sounds exciting. This is a time to go with the flow and open yourself to opportunities that will improve your quality of life. Anything is possible and the wheels are set in motion, so be sure to play your part by moving closer to your dreams. You may be called upon to make changes in your mindset, relationships, residence, lifestyle, and or career, because everyone's life's different. Wherever a shift is needed to serve your greater good, it's time to broaden your horizons and re-spark your passion for life. There's a lot more information in there, but I'll just leave it there. And I wish you a fantastic month for July. So we'll move on now to personal year number 8. All right, you guys are in a year where there is a strong focus, first and foremost, on you being courageous, overcoming your fears, overcoming your limiting beliefs, overcoming whatever shackles are holding you back and holding you down from becoming your fully self-empowered, powerful, confident, optimistic, happy, healthy, vibrant self. This year, you are being shown what the obstacles are that are preventing you from being just that and overcoming them, because you really can make a lot of headway this year. And I want you to know that it's all there for you. It's such a possibility. It's not funny. And when you bring in the law of attraction and manifestation principles, especially this year of 8, which does govern the law of cause and effect, and it governs the balances and scales of karma and justice, and it represents the law of attraction. So if you are Googling, if you're searching on YouTube, your Abraham Hicks, and you've got your law of attraction books, or you're going on websites and you're gathering all that information, then this really can be a powerful year. Balance your finances, all right? Some people will have career changes or improvements or adjustments to be made, but it really can be an amazing year whenever money comes. And have the affirmation, money comes, money goes, I always end up on top, all right? Or money comes, money goes, it always works out in the end. I am financially safe and secure. Now, for the month of July, you guys are in a 6 personal month, and that's because we get the 8 for your year, and we add it to July. Well, July's 7. 8 and 7 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. So that's why you're in a 6 personal month this month. And that's a strong focus on relationships, all right? People in your life, especially those that you're close to. It's a strong focus on love, unconditional love. And that means I love you no matter how you behave. And that can be the kind of love and the unconditional love that's needed for some people in their partnerships, or for mothers to children, or family members, or colleagues at work. We're learning about unconditional love, all right? Love isn't just that romantic Hollywood kind of movies love. Love in its many forms, which number 6 represents, is the challenge of love. And we're all learning unconditional love. And that's not easy. That's a hard one, that one. But for the month of July, it's where, you may be called upon to be a shoulder to cry on, to be there to help out where you can. There can be a focus for some people on domestic responsibilities, the home. It can also be about you focusing on your own self-love. It's a great month for you to do what you need to do for you. It's a great month for you to focus on your self-care, taking care of yourself, unconditional love for yourself. Being kind to yourself, not beating yourself up and thinking you're not good enough, really being in that heart center and being open-minded and forgiving and understanding towards others and yourself. I've drawn a numerology oracle card for you guys for this month. Well, for 6, we've got the numerology guidance oracle cards, and this is number 6 for you guys. This is your card for the month. It's love. All right. And I'm just going to read a couple of paragraphs because don't have enough time to read the whole thing. But it says, this card indicates a need to see the world through the eyes of love this month, and to remember at all times that only love is real. And Course in Miracles will teach you that really well. When you look beyond the illusion to see the beauty in the world, you align yourself with Source and the intentions of your soul. Because you attract what you are, when you see through the eyes of love, that's what will surround you in every area of your life. This card also indicates a need to let go a need to go within, to recognize and address any limiting thoughts and beliefs that you are holding back from experiencing love. This is a time where you must ask yourself, am I truly open to giving and receiving love? Do I truly believe that I'm worthy of love? And do I really believe that love exists for me? Because love only comes when you believe that it exists, when you're open to giving and receiving it, and when you know that you are worthy. So that's some advice to leave you with this month. There's plenty more in here, but I can't read it all because we don't have enough time. So I'll leave that with you. Have a great month. And now we finish off with personal year number 9, the year of endings, completion, and transformation, where you are moving from the chrysalis to the butterfly. And by the end of this year, you really should be quite proud of yourself at how far you've come and what you've achieved, especially with this transformation as you move from the old you into the new you this year and next year. So for some, there can be endings that are really obvious. There can be endings that are huge endings, end of a career, end of a job, end of a relationship, moving house. And then other people, it might be everything's totally exactly normal and the same in their life, but there's a change of energy, or there's a change of a dynamic with a problem, or there's a change in a relationship that's for the positive. You know, there's so much room for positive transformation and opportunities and experiences for you this year. But for the month of July, you're actually in a 7 month. And that's because we get your 9 year and we add it to the 7 for July. 9 and 7 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. And what does that 7 mean for you this month of July? It's about going within and looking at yourself in deep introspection. Now, don't forget, we're in a 7 universal year number for the whole year in 2023. So that's going to amplify the 7 personal month that you're in this month. And so it's about you reclaiming your spiritual power. If you are already on the spiritual path in a small way, make it a bigger way. If you already meditate for 15 minutes a day, make it 30 minutes a day. If you're already doing some, exploring healing or a spiritual workshop, do another one. If you're already reading a book about mind, body, spirit, read it again, or read another one, or join a library, or sign up to Gaia TV, or get on YouTube and start watching some videos, and just honestly fill your heart, soul, and mind with mind, body, spirit, because that's what this month's about. It's also asking you to not force things to happen, okay? So don't push things. Be slow, be patient. There's a saying, let go and let God, and trust in divine order and timing. Slow down. You may not want to be as outwardly expressive. You may not want to be as social, but magical things can happen if you're doing more meditation, if you're into prayer, chanting, if you're into sort of all of that space. Spend quiet time alone, spend time in nature. It's really going to raise your vibration, and you will reap the benefits if you can do that this month. Now, I've drawn a numerology guidance oracle card for you from my numerology guidance oracle cards, right? And it's the 7 card, which is about personal growth. And I'm just going to read you a couple of paragraphs because I don't have enough time to read the whole thing, but it's something anyway. All right, so here it goes. This card indicates a time of significant growth and improvement when you're being encouraged to be the best that you can be. This is a time to ask yourself, who am I? What do I want from my life? And what's preventing me from achieving it? When you ask yourself these questions, observe whatever comes up. Then acknowledge your mental and physical limitations, set some realistic goals for overcoming them, and take the necessary steps to follow through. With desire and determination, you can reach your full potential this month and this year, by the way. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to investigate anything that helps raise your conscious awareness and enhances your self-esteem. It may be a book, CD, online seminar, workshop, health program, yoga practice, meditation, or it may be working with an energy worker, therapist, or life coach, whatever suits your needs. There's so many options. A step in this direction, though, regardless of what it is, will set you up for life. If you do that work this month, you will reap the benefits. So I wish you a fantastic month, and I look forward to talking to you again next month with your forecast for August. All right? Have a good one. Take care.